Other interesting cultural news, you have Coca Cola drops support for BLM after BLM supports Hamas goes viral, and they actually get roasted by Ted Cruz. Now, the first article is from the New York Post, and this is where they detail how Coca Cola, which previously had been very supportive of the BLM organization, both from a morale perspective and cultural perspective, with tweets and accolades verbally, as well as fiscally speaking by writing actual checks. Now, it looks like Coca Cola, again, this is thanks to the New York Post, has quietly removed references to the financial support to Black Lives Matter from the official website after the group expressed support for Hamas terrorists who attacked and killed at least 1,400 Israeli soldiers and civilians earlier this month. BLM's Chicago chapter sparked outrage with a now deleted tweet on X, Twitter, showing a photo of a paraglider with the text saying, quote, "I stand with Palestine." Now, that is where the paraglider went down and did some very morally, some of the most morally depraved things you can do and attacked innocents. And I won't get too graphic here, but needless to say, to support that is controversial to say the least. Some would argue if it's more mentally vacuous or morally vacuous. It's hard to say which one. Now, they also say that Hamas terrorists used paragliders to tour across the Israeli border, and it was actually a music festival. Now, Ted Cruz specifically blasted Coca-Cola on his podcast earlier this week, which, I keep forgetting he has a podcast. Do you tune in to the Ted Cruz podcast? I haven't, but I've heard it's a thing. Let's see. Now, this is from Ted Cruz noting that Coca-Cola's brand Sprite gave $500,000 to the Black Lives Matter Global Network as part of its, quote, fight for racial justice. And Coca-Cola literally just took it down. So I'm going to Ted Cruz's post actually on the Twitter, or X. Now, in terms of the quote, and it literally is just they deleted the extra text. So this is the original text unedited on the Coca-Cola's website. They say, quote, "In summer 2020, Sprite launched Give Back program to support the Black community in the fight for racial injustice and the COVID-19 pandemic. The brand also donated $500,000 to Black Lives Matter Global Network to support the group's voting education efforts and their February 2021 Black Future Month program to empower the next generation of Black youths." The new website, after the COVID-19 pandemic, chopped it off. So the whole donation thing is just literally erased. I can't help but think how reminiscent life is of 1984, which is supposed to be in a dystopian novel talking about how the future, how bad it could be. Unfortunately, it is dystopian, but it's become a reality in more ways than not. Again, I don't recommend making that a drinking game because, again, I reference that book way too much, just unfortunately because of modern society has degraded and fallen down so much to represent the book. Now, in terms of Ted Cruz's tweet, he said, quote, "Caught red-handed, Coca-Cola deletes its support for BLM. One screenshot is of Coca-Cola's website before BLM supported Hamas parachuting into a concert to kill Israeli civilians. The other is from this morning. Editing your website is not enough. Americans demand an apology." And he was quite prolific. He said demand in all caps. So, serious. Now, this got a little bit over 500,000 views on the Twitter, or X, and 9,700 likes. Now, in terms of the feedback, usually Ted Cruz is not loved so much on social media. He has many people who vote for him, but again, perhaps it's a demographics thing, or there's also the disconnection. Not everything on social media correlates to actual voting, the real world. But interestingly enough, previously on social media, when I was looking at it, there's a lot of ratioing going on, so to say. Now, here, you have a lot of support for Ted Cruz and his statement. Somebody named a P8 Marine saying, quote, well, they used the middle finger emoji. I don't know how to, I guess that's technically text. Middle finger emoji, Coke, drink water, unquote. Person got 57 likes. Somebody named of Jim Aaron saying, quote, "Now ask Lowe's about their support for BLM scammers," unquote. That quote from Jim Aaron got 185 likes. Sarah saying, quote, "I can't believe any corporation supported this group. They convinced black people during the worldwide lockdown to get into groups over a drug addict having an overdose to win an election, risking actual black lives. Make it make sense. I now drink water and buy everything," it continues, "used because I won't support ESG. Sarah got a total of 57 likes. Someone by the name of Coca Cola equals the demo. Oh, this is interesting. It's a vernacular or a, what is it? Literal pun. They changed the spelling of it. So someone by the name of Bingham Low saying Coca Cola equals demo KKK rat party. And it's a little picture in which he has a semi-truck that says corporate America taking money into a building that says BLM, and that money being then rolled out of the building into another semi-truck that has the Democratic Party logo on it. That particular response got 147 likes. See here? Karen Abrams said, quote, I quit Coke since I'm white, unquote. She got 14 likes, which is, again, a reference to the training in which they had employees take a couple years back, where they basically said, it was Robin DeAngelo, I believe, the trainer, who said, they literally said be less white to their employees, which sounds like a lawsuit in and of itself, but again, times have changed, and it's fascinating to see what things are not prosecuted anymore. Someone by the name of Won't Dance for Soros saying, quote, woke is awful and Coke is woke, unquote. Got 103 likes. Janet Beckham saying, quote, this will help me kick that Coke Zero habit, unquote. Got 50 likes. Someone by the name of Todd Holste saying, quote, why is businesses political act... I almost wonder if they use improper grammar to make me slip up on purpose, or appear to slip up. But nevertheless, I will read it exactly as he typed it. So again, Mr. Todd Holst saying, quote, why is businesses political activist? Is it good for business? See Bud Light, unquote. Grammar aside, this person did get 17 likes. Jay Laz saying, quote, not very surprising from a company that tells people to be less white, unquote. Got 157 likes. As well, not an A+ for marketing, but A+ for profile pictures. Benjamin Franklin wearing the pixelated glasses. Pretty neat. Let's see here. You find some pejorative responses, so not everyone is in favor of Ted Cruz. Somebody by the name of Thomas saying, quote, do you ever, work? You're on Twitter so much, quit whining about things and actually do something, unquote. Got 31 likes. Somebody by the name of Clint Turner saying, quote, well, I guess they joined my list with Bud Light and Target, say no to the Coke, unquote. This person got 63 likes. Someone has that interview parody, or a little, not a comic strip, but it's a little picture in which you have someone saying something to recruiters, and it looks like to be a Coca Cola office, and the person being interviewed says, hi, my name is Les White. And the person interviewing says, holy shit, you're hired. That got 116 likes. As well as a good grammar pun. The Les is L-E-S, as in the person's name is Les. Interesting pun. I appreciate puns. Let me see here. Someone by the name of Tired of Being Politically Correct said, unquote, they paid BLM for a reason. Did you know that Coca Cola paid the NAACP millions of dollars for the NAACP to call parents who are concerned about their kids ingesting 100 times more sugar than they did 100 years ago racist and shut them all down on a debate on the matter, unquote. Got 53 likes. And that is a news story. I've not heard that, so I'd have to fact check it. I have no idea if it's actually accurate in this case. Somebody named BLK Ferret said, quote, Bud Light Vibes. Got 50 likes from that. I'm trying to see if this... looks like, is there really only one person that's against Ted Cruz? This might be... I don't know if you could accurately... a lot of people saying they won't buy Coke anymore. More people comparing it to other companies who have had similar social media and cultural faux pas, or as the youth might, or as I was going to say the youth, the tenured might say, egg on face. I really, no. Is there really only one person against? I think there really is only one person against Ted Cruz. Now, I don't know how it would work in terms of if you were to print a GIF, because some of these are GIFs. But I would not be surprised if Ted Cruz were to print this, frame it, and put it up in his office as like the best tweet he's ever had in terms of the ratio of people who support him versus are against him. Perhaps let me know, should we do like a... Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. But yeah, it looks like, does this change your perception of Coca Cola? They've already had some cultural faux pas and they've had some politically divisive things they've done in the past. Does this just solidify your opinion of them, or will this inspire you to take action and purchase less of their high fructose corn syrup in a can? It'd be interesting to see, but would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you again for taking the time to tune in. I know we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of October, so you click that button. I greatly appreciate it. I know it's a tall order with such little time left, but a wise pilot once told me, never tell me the odds. Also, please take the time to comment as a video. It'll help it get shared more with the YouTube algorithm, how it magically works sometimes. And the feedback is greatly appreciated, even if it's critical, because I want to make the show better and better. Also, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.